Hey, this is Sammy Velez. I know I'm all fucking bearded up and everything, but as I lay here and these whispers just keep plotting and plotting and plotting, I don't even want to listen to this shit, but they just keep insinuating how imagine three people, okay? These fucking things are having a conversation between two people, okay? One of them is supposed to be me, supposedly. One of them is involving my name. And another one is involving a piece of shit's name who I don't like. Okay. A long time ago, 20 years ago, this is what they keep talking about. That several times I've mysteriously blacked out. And they keep talking about how they fucking looked into my fucking whatever. This is something that people do. That they look into the eye and supposedly they find some shit out about people, right? And well, they did this shit because I know they had to have these people I hung around with because it happened to me around these people, and 20 years later, their names keep swirling around my head. They keep uh, just talking like they're talking to me. They got my attention first, and it's weird. And then they switched identities. You know, one of them's name is Danny or Richard, and they like threatened me as they came into my head, like I'll kill you and you this and that or whatever. I'm like, fuck. What a way to what a way to divergenize someone's fucking consciousness who's never heard noises all his life. Anyways, it's been 3 or 4 years now. All they do is talk through my fucking head, past me, like they're talking to me. Hey Sammy, hey Danny, hey Sammy, hey Danny, hey Sammy. And my brain is registering and processing this bullshit, right? But they're reading my thoughts. They're transferring all my thoughts, everything I think or do or say. It's rerouting through one of those people, and he's a piece of shit. He wants to wear my essence. Okay, so he's pretending to be Sam. And I'm left with, every time I say I want to be left alone, every time I say leave me alone, every time I say my brain, my, I, me, brain, everything, they keep changing it. I could hear them. They're like little wizards. From now on, whenever his brainwaves say this, because they're actually deciphering your brainwaves, because I know they can't hear my voice. Because my voice says, stop, leave me alone, get the fuck out of my head. But my brainwaves say something else. They translate something else to whoever the fuck is hearing whatever the fuck. So I'm saying, stop, leave me alone. And it says something else to them. The brainwaves, they edit it and delete it to make it sound like something else. Anyways, they're talking through me, past me. And my brain has no choice but to process this shit without it being my fault. So as I process whatever the fuck they transfer through me and they mention names and I think of these people's faces, these people pretend to be talking to those faces that I imagine. First they say a name, like, oh, you're thinking of this, you're thinking of that. No, I'm not. Well, now I am. And my brain's thinking of it. And then they say, oh, this person just appeared. Oh, and they start talking. Anyways, supposedly, ever since I passed out and they did this shit to me, supposedly I've been in cahoots. Supposedly, whoever knocked me out and did something to me, the person who did this shit to me, I can hear him really low, and that's why I'm on mute. Whoever has settings for neuromonitor and whatever, whoever mutes, I guess when people are on mute, and it's in the music too. I heard a song that says something about, yeah, and then they're on mute. And I heard that word, mute. And then all these little words in the music that pertain to shit that's going on with people. Anyways, I just had to make this video because as I'm waking up, these things keep talking. And I get questioned, right? But I don't hear anything. I hear a question really soft or whatever, like pertaining to what I'm doing. Like I'll just look at the ceiling. I'll look at the ceiling and see the popcorn on the walls. Why are you looking at the popcorn on the walls? Anyways, the same way my no, leave me alone can translate back to some piece of shit as, oh, yeah. Oh, more. I love it. Or it could make me a conspirator with their shit. So when my mind is asked a stupid question and I don't answer it, it's quiet, right? I'm thinking, oh, cool. I'm thinking, man, fuck this bullshit. I'm just tired of it anyways. And then the question that I didn't answer, I started to really be quiet. When it's quiet, I would breathe really hard, and the vibration of another reaction, the vibration of another voice is answering these fucking assholes. And it's supposed to be me. And I've been listening to that vibrational voice every once in a while after I get asked a question. And it's apparently me talking to the piece of shit that looked into my fucking thing or did something to me and pretending to say that me and him are in cahoots and that we both did it to each other and that we're buddies. Well, this happened 20 fucking supposedly years ago that I blacked out and passed out and don't know what happened. I've self-actualized all my life. I never heard any noises. Now I'm 46 years old. And these fucking things, I don't know if they're ghosts or the impression of it. These fucking things supposedly are back in the 89 or 90 something, in the 90s. And this is 2019. So apparently, ever since that supposedly happened to me, I think these motherfuckers are trying to insinuate that if they got inside of my body and were doing some shit, that means for 20 fucking something years or whatever, supposedly, they've been talking through me without me hearing. But lately, 3 or 4 years ago is when I started hearing the whisper shit. But they won't get out. They don't want to get out. And they just keep making me feel like I'm involved in some shit, but they're not even talking to me. And they're making me open and close my mouth. Literally, they wait for me. If I open my mouth, it opens up supposedly some fucking... This is what they say. Everybody has a different story. Everyone's mental mind game is different. Well, here's my little mind game that they fuck with me about. They treat me like a little bitch. Every time I'm talking or whatever, if I'm resting or whatever, oh, open your mouth, they're gonna kill me, or some shit. Oh, they're shooting me, open your mouth. Like I'm involved in some shit. Well, whoever the fuck this Danny or Rick bastard who switched names and keeps treating me like I'm one of them, and they're running around pretending to be me, it confuses me because I know who I am. I'm still Sammy Velez, but in their little fucking stupid virtual, stupid dumbass game, they're supposedly Sammy, and they keep treating me like I'm not Sammy, like I'm some asshole, and they're treating that asshole like he's supposed to open and close his mouth and be some sort of fucking go-between, like a fucking switchboard operator between portals. Like literally, if I'm supposed to open my mouth and close my mouth and things supposed to talk back and forth, wouldn't you think I would be on remote neural monitoring? Wouldn't you think I would be like on a computer? Anyways, an interesting thing is, so I mean, to hold a portal open and hold one closed, why through my fucking mouth? Why have my mouth open so other people can talk back and forth and then close it so that something over here could say something there and something over there? I'm not even involved. And ever since I've been catching on to this shit, my laptop, I noticed my laptop is hacked, and my cell phone keeps getting downloads. My cell phone is hacked. Something is downloading the stuff that this guy Kevin Christian talks about, like APK files and links and weird routing things. And this is the stuff Kevin Christian was talking about. He's trying to find out how to find his neural monitoring thing so that he can get some settings and turn the shit off so he can stop being gang stalked and targeted. Well, I'm gonna go to a fucking hacker or computer person because my laptop, I've been getting threatened by these noises because I want to take my laptop to the FBI because I've been to the police. They send me to the mental ward. I keep going to the fucking mental ward, and I've been to the police. The police don't do shit because apparently maybe the police hear noises too because these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. These noises are what are you gonna do now? Anyways, so I want to go to the FBI. And these fucking noises like, oh, they did that when I was getting ready to go. Every time I go to the police, oh, okay, man, go down, man. We'll leave you. Well, they don't. Everywhere I go, my surroundings, my social life sucks. These things penetrate and talk shit to people. People literally either they hear it come out of my mouth like a fucking like Tourette syndrome. Stay away from him. Don't talk to him. He's no good. He's no family. Whatever. Because apparently there's a piece of shit changed his energetic signature and making me be someone else, but that's supposedly something else inside of me, like my spirit or an angel or something is fighting that entity inside of me. So they're arguing all the time. Whatever. Anyways, I don't give a fuck. They said they hardwired my consciousness into a matrix, and they've been bothering me over and over to react. So that some remote neural monitoring world thinks that I'm a remote neural monitor and that I'm navigating through this fucking bullshit. And so that's why they've been bothering me. And the more I react, it makes them feel like my consciousness is in a fucking remote neural monitoring world where everyone's swimming around. But here's the thing: if in remote neural monitoring, in the virtual realm, time is different. They can forward. I think they can fast forward and rewind in the virtual world, while this life keeps going. This physical reality of ours keeps going. So I don't know if these noises are actually coming, through a virtual world where they're broadcasting in 1990 something. And I'm in 2019 because these noises that come through me are snitching through my eyes. They're snitching anything I do. They're snitching, pretending to be me as if I'm snitching back to another reality, back to a different time. And I don't know. It's weird. I got to make this video because I had to post it too because I made a lot of videos and recordings. But they're not talking. They're just talking past me. One noise is saying one thing, and it comes through my head, and I'm thinking it because it has everything to do with me because it's based on my thoughts, and they play off of my thoughts. And another one is talking back and forth, and oh, if you close your mouth, like I'm saying something right now that seems like what I'm talking about. Imagine I'm getting raped right now. If I'm getting raped. And I'm like, and then I close my mouth. They make it seem like, oh, well, he closed his mouth. The polarity just changed over here. That means he's not getting mentally raped. He's fine. That means we don't have a problem here or some bullshit, right? That's weird. And they're forcing me to close my mouth and do some dumb shit and say something that'll reflect when I open my mouth. Like it comes back out in a different polarity, like the reality or something will change. Like it's my fault. Anyways, pretend there's a triangle. I'm on one corner of the triangle and they're basing it all on me, talking like they're talking to me, but it's really the two other points of the triangle are the pieces of shit. One pretending to be me and another one pretending to be some asshole that thinks we're friends. And I'm in the other point, not even have anything to do with it. And these two other points are getting other noises to agree with them and say that they see them or that they do some shit, right? Under my name. And I have nothing to do with it. These last few years, the first 2 years of this noise, all they've been doing is punking me, telling me, shut the fuck up, close your mouth. want to tell you, open your mouth, close your mouth, open your mouth, without knowing anything, Now, gradually, as I start picking up on shit, they still don't give a fuck. They still don't give a fuck. I still keep saying to leave me alone, and they pretend to look for me. Ooh, who is it? Who is it? Is it the real Sammy V? Or he sounds like a girl, or he sounds like one of these other guys. He sounds like, well, so fucking what? I don't give a fuck. And it's just like torture, and I don't even hear it all the time. I don't feed into it, but when I do, they just pull me in like. Oh, now he's paying attention. Oh, you shouldn't have listened to this stuff. You shouldn't be listening. What? Shouldn't be listening? Oh, now he's listening. No. Now we could pretend to be him and keep. Now they think it's him. Now they think it's Sammy. Now we can keep talking like him. Well, no wonder people can be on mute also. No wonder the music talks about enjoying the good and the bad about someone. If someone's on mute in their brain, they could pretend to be you and speak for you, through you, and then they could be themselves also. So literally they can just sit there and pretend like they're playing with a Ken and a Barbie doll in this remote whatever. And if I'm on mute, my brain cells, if my neurological thing is on mute in a parallel remote neuro virtual world, where they can mute it but talk through it, and I hear barely a little bit. And these things keep accusing me of hearing with my listening really loud or some shit. So if these things are convinced that I could hear loud or whatever just by me reacting to this shit for a few years, then something else has been misled, and something else is misleading them. And they're just, I don't know, it's fucking weird. Anyways, I had to make this video because they keep doing this shit back and forth. You know, they threaten my daughter. They transfer my thoughts over to things like one noise was saying, literally they were threatening me and getting my address and threatening me to keep just being a bitch and not go to the FBI and blah, 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 because because they'll get in trouble. Yeah, and they don't give a fuck about the mental anguish and bullshit I'm going through. All they really care about is when I react. All they care about, all they do is, look, he's reacting. He's no longer self-actualizing anymore. All right, he's no longer talking to himself. Oh, cool. Or, you don't have a right to your thoughts anymore. You're no longer thinking to yourself anymore. Or the most important thing that they worry about is, like, besides raping my mind and stealing my life and trying to kill my soul slowly or whatever, and keep framing it and hearing another noise that talks like me. If I don't breathe hard, like I could breathe hard right now and you'll hear something. I guaranteed. There goes that bullshit. Every time we do this, man, you keep doing this, man. And we're trying to do this again. I don't understand what they mean by that. And they can go suck a fucking dick. And, I mean, this is the type of shit that goes through, like, if I'm having a conversation with something. Sammy, man. Literally, I don't know how that shit vibrates through. If I pay attention, I'll hear that shit. And they know I hear it. They'll know if I hear it, if it registers in my head. But if I'm not paying attention to it, these fucking things just keep talking back and forth. So when they know I hear this, that's when they jump down my throat. Yeah, Sammy, man. We told you then that this isn't your fault and we don't want to do this again. That's why we don't want to do this, man. And you keep making these videos and you're going to give us fuck you, because all they worry about, they act all like this, but all they do is watch my lonely ass play with my balls and release tension. That's all they do is sit there and taunt me and tease me and pretend that my daughter is there. You know, just only when I'm about to play with my, do anything pleasurable, because any social life, any trying to get with a woman and have a good time together, that's out the question. These fucking things tell them literally, or it comes out, whatever. He's no good. He's a chomo. He's a whatever. And I don't give a. I mean, this is bullshit. I still try to be okay with myself being lonely and not having a social life. These fucking things, all they worry about is they make a big deal out of it, like like they're some kind of fucking jack off masturbation police, and it's their duty to monitor me while I'm masturbating and bring up my daughter and say, "Hey, look, Sonia, look, that's your dad. He's jacking off," and blah 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 or something, like trying to make me stop doing that. Well, anything that involves something of pleasure, they stop it. They want me to stop. Like I'm their bitch. Like I can't, like I'll look up at the sky and look at the stars. They don't want me to do that. I close my eyes and just want to meditate and get my head straight. They don't want me to do that. Um, I want to talk. I talk and chat with people. They don't want me to do that. I have a pet that I talk to sometimes, or I try to. I'll hold them and cuddle with them, and just I'll just think about how bad I feel that I'm not a good coexisting partner to my dog. And these noises tell me that my dog fucking hates me. They say your dog doesn't like you, he fucking hates you. So I don't know what else to do with myself. And if I, how can I be under the impression that this is a free world and I could do whatever I want when something else invisibly is fucking putting roadblocks and tripping everything up that I attempt to manifest throughout life, I guess. I don't know. It's just, anyways, my name's Sam Velez, and I don't know what the fuck's happening. Either I'm targeted or gangstalked, and um, the names that are swirling around that are antagonizing me are people who I know for sure slipped a Mickey in my drink or something, and I mysteriously blacked out and don't know what happened the next day. And I've been around these friends, and now 20 fucking years later, they're swirling around my head, and all they worry about is if I think about them. They mention their names, they mention who they are, and if I think about them, they jam me up, like literally, like they treat like if they're trying to punk me. What are you thinking about us? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about this? What are you thinking about that person? What are you thinking? So that's how I know why they have something to do with it, and because there ain't no other names that are torturing or whatever, messing with me. Kevin Christian says, "Oh, this old man, you know, these old man pedophiles or whatever. He didn't probably really know them. You know, he must have met them and know they're in his neighborhood. But I'm 46 years old, and these noises of these people whom I haven't hung around with throughout my life, all of a sudden are in my head, and I just put two and two together that it's from a time when I mysteriously blacked out and don't know what the fuck happened. And this was a long time ago, so I don't know if in virtual reality and then with whatever it is they talk about, spirits or demons, if spirits or demons and entities that are inside of us are being conflicted with remote neural monitoring, if remote neural monitoring is kind of confusing any spiritual or anything entity that exists within us, if it's causing confusion in time also, because with virtual, if things can multitask and go forward and back and fuck around, and like where they could pretty much supposed to do whatever they want in some cartoon virtual thing setting, well, if they grab your neurons from Earth and pull them into that virtual shit, it just seems feasible that it's a possibility that they can slide over to 1990s whatever and slide back up to whatever. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's been like 25-minute video. This may have to be a 2-part video, But my name's Sammy Velez, and I don't know what's going to happen to me from moment to moment. They keep giving me heart attacks. I've had heart attacks. They keep hitting my chest with whatever that shit is, hitting my chest with pains. I feel whatever it is through my body. I feel weird shit. And I don't know. I don't even want to mention the word, because Kevin Christian hasn't mentioned it. But the word that keeps floating around is a word that has to do with different entities. And I've never used that word loosely, so I don't want to mention it. But I'm sure anyone who, even Muslims or whatever, whoever will get the gist of whatever type of shit things be probably go on in people's inside their body or some shit. Well, I'm not Muslim. I grew up Christian, like Catholic or Christian or whatever, going to church, but not no more. I haven't gone in a long time. Anyways, I just want to document this just for my own notes. Like if I die or something, someone can find this video. But I'm gonna post it on YouTube because it just, I guess the way Kevin Christian, he's trying to alert the public and bring some sort of awareness to the people. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to get no likes, or I'm not worrying about people being erased from my friends list. I don't give a fuck about that. This is for my safety. This is some trippy shit where I know I should be living better, and this shit is constricting and roadblocking my brain, my soul from being able to flourish a little bit better than it is now.